Oh, yeah, that's right. Oh, that was a weird one, actually. I forgot if you meditate in the room with the fire, it actually just brings you back. I'm kind of Mr. Never Looks to the Left. That's totally a thing. It's part of the reason I have such a hard time with first-person games. Is because I just don't find shit. This isn't just a video game thing. I'm also the person who, like, sets something down on the countertop and then can't remember where I put it. Like, 5 seconds later. That's correct. You know what's up, Teacup. All right, we didn't learn anything, but that's okay. All right, so this time, new plan of action. This time, we're gonna put out those lights to open that door. We're gonna open the way to the, that was a soft bonk. That was okay. Whatever, I don't care. Literally couldn't care less about that. Oh, that river, okay, everything about that, they know. They absolutely know. There's a little creek that leads you right in past the ghost matter below the building. You jump in, the artifact's right in front of you. You jump out, there's another creek that leads directly to where you want to go. Freaking fantastic. All right, anyway, we got some prep to do here. We're gonna head over this way. So the nice thing about the smiley face thing is that, like, it does kind of, like, it inevitably tells me that, like, there's something going on, but it doesn't tell me enough to be helpful. So it's not actionable in any way. It's like I see smiley faces go up in chat, but it's usually in response to, like, me asking a question or something. And that's everyone being like, that's a question. It probably has an answer, but you don't want to hear it from us. And you're right. All right, so where is the other one? There's another one out here somewhere that closes or opens that door. So I think what I need to do is turn that on and close the door. Oh, it's out here. Oh, I walked right past it. Yeah, extinguish. Now that door's open. So now... Thank you. All right, so we're gonna leave this one because this one's gonna... This area is gonna be like the first to go. So something happens to all the Owldeer things when that tidal wave comes through. So I want... No, come back. So what I want is to be there during or after the point where that happens to them. Because if they go away, then I can explore freely. Ow. Yeah, so when it comes to exploration for me, I think Gabbro sums it up best. My general pattern of trying to figure things out when it comes to like first-person exploration is, well, I tried everything I could think of, and neither of them worked. And then I just give up and go somewhere else. Seriously, being in this area and like now that I know that there's creatures around, I go in there and I hear those footsteps and like it puts a pit in my stomach. Like, I literally feel slightly ill. This? Don't like that. I know that's the point. But I don't like it. Okay, this is good. All right, that's the power going. Go over this way. You know, I really like using the jetpack, and I'm kind of sad that they sort of de-emphasize jetpack jumps in this, they kind of de-emphasize jetpack jumping in the DLC because the gravity on this planet is relatively high. Like, honestly, I kind of miss being on Ash Twin and just like doing a jetpack jump that allows me to like orbit the planet 1.5 times while getting where I'm going. And now we're here where I don't have the jetpack at all. But I mean, survival horror doesn't really work with a jetpack because, you know, phew. Looking at the time that I've been streaming and I'm like, man, I've been at this for like 2.5 hours and I haven't done anything yet, it feels like. But A, that's not strictly true. I have learned some things. B, I did actually find the ship log thing at the reservoir, which has been bothering me for like a week now. And C, I know I'm counting A, B, and C on my fingers. Technically, it hasn't been 2.5 hours because I had to take a bathroom break. So it's more like 2 even. Also, I said it before, but this, Yes! when I go to cut this up for YouTube, I'm gonna have to go in and find all of these breaks and edit them out, and it's gonna be such a pain. Because normally I can just hard timeline edit and go like, all right, there's a 45-minute chunk with a decent start and end time, go. I don't know where these guys are coming from exactly. Like, I kind of found myself at their shacks before, but I didn't know how I actually got there. Oh, but if I can just find where they're walking here, I guess it doesn't really matter. As long as I am behind them and not in front of them, of course. Okay. It's a bit comforting that they don't react to sound, and I can follow them pretty closely, and they don't, like, stop and turn around and look back and forth, because I can kind of just follow them without worrying about it too much. However, I still don't trust it. Boy, that silhouette is cool. That's so freaking cool. Like, creepy, yes, but, like, look. That's a great effect. And this does sound like an elegy. I'll give it that. I don't know if this is something I'd listen to for fun, because it creeps me the hell out, but... I also heard that there were, like, more parts to it as I got closer, so... They really don't give me a whole lot of... There's not a whole lot of room to explore here. Like, at all. Alright, so if I walk in here, I'm just gonna get caught again. Oh, the door shut behind me! Shit! No! Okay. Just because that makes sense doesn't mean you didn't just make it the f up. I wonder if there's something I... Oh yeah, now there's a freaking... I was there literally like 10 seconds early. Yeah, now you're all upset. Now that I gotta come all the damn way back. Give me another freaking boat. I mean, I didn't figure it, like, I got in there. But, like, I still don't know what I'm supposed to do in there or how I'm supposed to avoid anyone. And I was hoping to get there around the time that the dam broke because they all have a whole thing. And it's like... So I don't know if what I need to do is get there at the time that the dam breaks because they all have a little freak out. Or if that's gonna make them all, like, wash away. And then I'll be able to just go through there freely. Now I'm thinking about it. I bet the reason that that's happening is because those are the sleepers in the room, in the ring around that bonfire. And when the flood comes through, it puts their fires out, which probably is knocking them out of the world. So they should be gone, I think. I mean, that's all theoretical, but it tracks. So if I get back there, like, my theory is that the music will be gone and so will they, so I can explore freely, but then maybe I can't get the door open. So maybe I need to get in there right around the time that the dam breaks and then just essentially survive. Like, find a spot to hide inside the building. I guess we'll find out. Because now that I know that door locks behind them, I have a feeling... No, it's open. And they're gone. We're in. Progress. Knowledge at my fingertips. Maybe. Walk through the fireplace. Yeah! I remembered. Learning. I don't... What is that? I don't like that. Stop it. That sound made me nervous and upset immediately. Oh. Hey. What? It's still burned? What the shit? I literally traveled time and or... Oh, there's reals here. I traveled time and or dimensions just to find out what was on that goddamn tablet, and it's still burned. Yo, if someone comes to, like, bust my shit while I'm hanging out watching movies, I'm gonna be so mad. Let's watch a movie. Okay. Eye of the universe. Hanging out outside the solar system. I see all the planets that I recognize. Yep, Eye of the universe. So I've seen this, but there's frames burned out of it in the one that I've seen. I'm assuming those will be back so we can get whatever part of the story is missing. All right, so Eye of the Universe sends out a big old pulse. The pulse is sensed by a neighboring galaxy. That rock appears to be a moon orbiting a gas giant planet with rings, which I'm assuming is where we are right now. Right, and he sees it. Gives him a vision. He sees the Eye of the Universe and he's like, oh shit, oh my god, everyone come here, look, 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 holy, oh my god. And I think this part is what's burned out. Maybe this part is. All right, so there's a wave and they all reach up. And then the planet's dying. The planet's really dying. Or are they killing it? Are they harvesting all of the... Are they harvesting all of the resources of the planet to build this ship? Like, all of them? Like, it seems like they're harvesting, like, everything on the planet to make that ship. To essentially make it their new home. And then they fly over, and this is the ship where we are now. So that planet is actually like the moon surrounding the ring planet is their homeworld. They basically packed all that shit up and made it into a big ring colony, and flew that over to where the Eye of the Universe is to hang out next to it. And that's that story. So this right here, well, I don't know, this dark version, the stranger, such as it is essentially these creatures' home planet, but in like a fucking galactic suitcase. Okay. And now we have Glitch Planet expedition time. Hey, Yum, welcome in. All right, so we're doing a boat. Can't read any of that up at the top, so that doesn't help me. Boat, 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 boat. Yo, hold up! It's an IRL loading screen? I knew it was a loading zone for me. It's a loading zone for them? Yeah, I'm gonna do that shit! Let's go break the system! Also, I hate you. I'm so mad at you right now. Hold on, before I go do that, is there anything else going on here? It doesn't... Without a jetpack, I can't really jump up any of these, so... Yo, they straight up showed me, like, oh yeah, those caves are a loading zone between areas. If you jump off, it causes a fatal error. I'm like, hell yeah, I'm about that shit! Let me bust up that programming, though. Hey, programmers and QA testers in the audience, is it not true that doing random dumb bullshit to break something is the best way to learn how it works? And thus how to fix it? We're just obtaining information. I will not apologize for bug testing. Quite frankly, it seems like they probably need it. No offense. I might not survive this because I feel like this tower is going to fall in like 5 seconds. But doesn't matter, we have information now. Now the big question is, can I do that on any zone, or does it have to be the canyon zone? Oh, that's the wrong thing. I need to go back through here. Like, does it have to be that canyon zone they showed me before? Okay, when have I ever survived anything? Literally not even once. It's testing time. Stop. That way? Straight up, we're just bugging the... We just bugged the programming. Oh shit, fuck! Saw that. Go to a bar, order a beer, order 2 beers, order 0 beers, order -1 beers, order a lizard, order like... Yeah, that's what you do. You know what's wild about that, actually? All load screens are diegetic. Yeah, they would be, because the main game doesn't have them. All the loading happens before you start the game. Or I suppose theoretically before you start a run when it's like resetting everything. Show me this. Yeah. Forbidden Archive. What did we learn? So much shit! A library full of intact slide reels hidden deep underground. There's a container marked with one of the vault seals, but its contents have been destroyed again! I found a slide reel that shows the origin of the stranger and its inhabitants. Intact slides reveal the sacrifice that was made to build the stranger. So they stripped their entire planet. They completely, so they saw the eye and were like, oh my God, that's a thing. We need to go there and hang out next to it. So they destroyed their entire planet to pack it up, to put it on a ship that they could fly over and hang out next to the eye. To, like, I don't know, continue to cult worship it? I still don't know what's up with that. Yeah, I don't think I've seen that before. The obvious poorly disguised loading screen is actually an like a real loading screen in universe, a diegetic loading screen. Found a slide reel that appears to be some sort of error report. It shows one of the stranger's inhabitants jumping off a raft during a transition between areas and falling below the world. Oh, you really do? You just fall out of universe. We just have to clip out of the boat. Oh, man. Dense forest, I heard music, found a covered bridge. Oh, shit. That's incredible. The fact that they literally refer to it as falling below the world. Not just for speedrunners anymore. Yo, Quasar, freaking facts. Given the choice between the two of them, greatly prefer destroying planet to find the secrets of the universe. Rather than destroying the planet cause lol gonna buy a helicopter. Yeah, now that I understand this lines up so well. The water is literally just like a guiding line to where you want to go. Because the game knows what you want to do and where you want to go. So it's like, yeah, just do that. It's fine. Actually, I don't need to go back there. I can actually go to the next one. Because that'll give me more time in world. No, wait, come back! No, wait! Alright, ooh. I got a pole up my butt, but we're okay. Love, what's unbeatable white label? Hurry up, we got places to go. Or, I don't know, times or dimensions. I'm really not sure yet. So all that being the case, that would imply to me then that this whole situation here, this is all some sort of like, if we can bug the world, by like falling below the threshold and then walking on water, that implies, and there's a literal loading screen with error reports and everything. All of this implies coding and technology, which would make all of this basically like a virtual reality. And all of the dudes in it have basically transferred their consciousnesses over to it, like Ghost in the Shell style. Because their for real bodies are just like rotting away. All right, so I'm pretty sure this is going to be a different transition than the one we had before, yeah? Just in case, I'm going to skip this one and do the next one. And I'm gonna see, because I know it wasn't this one that I went into last time. So I'm gonna actually do this one. Okay, it drops me in the same place. That's what I wanted to know. All right, so then the question that I have... Okay, question answered. Was gonna be, how do I actually, like, get to... Wait. Is this where I just was? Because I don't want that. Ah, screw it. Oh my god, it is, isn't it? God damn!